It is my personal belief that all justice systems should be designed not to punish people or to extract retribution, but to abandon these primitive ideas and instead prioritize two far more moral goals. These goals are firstly, the rehabilitation of any offenders, no matter how bad, whenever possible, and secondly, keeping the public safe from these offenders so long as they are dangerous. This is done simply through locking them away so that they are physically distanced from people and cannot hurt them. This system is desirable as it prioritizes human well-being over senseless punishment, as any ethical system should. Violent punitive measures such as the death penalty are an endorsement of the kinds of violence a justice system is supposed to oppose. A justice system which does not use unnecessary violence shows people that unnecessary violence is not acceptable. A justice system that does use unnecessary violence shows people that unnecessary violence is acceptable. This can be challenging to understand. I know that when I personally hear of a horrible crime which has been committed against someone, I am often filled with a desire to hurt the offender. I often want revenge on them. However, I do not believe that this primitive anger should inform the way in which the justice system operates. The justice system should operate in a way which actually takes into account human well-being over dangerous and childish desires for punitive retribution against offenders. The justice system operating in a punitive way will merely endorse these desires, leading to more violence. Perhaps the most important thing to note is that as much as we may like to hate criminals, we mustn't forget that many of these people are merely a result of a harmful environment or a bad circumstance. As bad as they are, if we are to call ourselves a just and civil society, we should treat them with mercy and empathy. A rehabilitation and empathy-based justice system would also be economically beneficial. Rather than sitting miserable in a cell wasting tax dollars, criminals can be rehabilitated to rejoin society, contributing to the economy once again. It is a grave mistake to think the justice system should be based off of the primitive desires that you feel when you hear of horrible criminals. We cannot give in to these primitive urges, or we are little better than the criminals ourselves. All justice systems must give up on these primitive retributive desires to instead pursue a more meaningful, moral, and civilized system of justice. It is time that human society adopts a rehabilitation-based justice system, a superior justice system.